Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Night Ghost 49 as we play Banished, the Colonial Charter, the New Frontier. It's the mod updated past the Golden Llama. It's the 1.5 mod. Let's go ahead and let things start going as we have it right now. We're currently in a good position. We've got a decent amount of food. We're actually very low on resources like iron and whatnot, so we're trying to expand out and get those resources rocking and rolling even more. We do have a nice deposit of iron over here. People are going to come over here and work on that. Now, something I want to try and get a lot better about in this upcoming series is my road placement and kind of like city planning stuff, because there's so much stuff in this mod that supports it. So I'm going to try to do things like if it's a main road, I'm probably going to do maybe two or three wide on these really main roads, and then I think I'm going to do like 1 to 2 wide on roads that kind of jut off and go to another area like a facility or an industry. So I think I'm going to do that. But for now, we're just going to use the single roads like we always do to make them a bit more efficient. There we go. So we do need to build a couple more homes, but I think it's time for us to start expanding south and coming down over here, which means we need houses. We probably need a small market and probably some more farms, because we do have room for. See, the kids are growing here. I'm not going to do a school for a bit. We'll do school eventually, but as of right now, it's kind of the pioneer days. It's the frontier. We need to just get people out and working and doing their jobs. Right now, we don't have enough boys. We have way more girls than boys, so it's going to be difficult to be jump started here at all. So we're going to do a dirt road, just going straight down here, and we're going to start this whole. I think we're going to do 3 wide for these big main roads, right? And we'll do another 3 wide this way. So these will be our main kind of thoroughfares. They won't be perfect because I can't see where they're built yet, but we'll get them there. So what we're going to want to do is, since we don't have glass yet, I can't build the country houses like I like to. So I think what I'm going to do instead is the stone homes, but that's going to take quite a bit of iron. Let me think about that. We're going to have to do the town abodes. You know what? No, we don't. No, we don't. Still a little tickle in my throat. We can do these salt box houses. These are new. They're really cool looking, in my opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and build 2. And then we're going to go to storage. And instead of like the big marketplace, because there's all these different marketplaces now. There's these edible markets cart. There's the stalls. So produce goods are near capacity. Uh-oh. Hold on. Let's do another storage bit right over here. Let's do behind this house, because we're probably going to need a 6x6. We'll go ahead and prioritize this. Say just do this for now so we can actually bring all this stuff in as quickly as possible. Look at this dude! He's a lumberjack and it's okay. Holy crap. Alright, now we've got room. So everybody that has resources over here, they're going to start bringing them down. And this will be really helpful to actually build up different facilities and things like that. So let's go back to storage and markets. We have a small market. I think we explored this a little bit before, but this will be really useful. Did we go 3? We did. The market just has that extra bit of road that you can use. So we're going to go ahead and build this as well. So I'll have the market. We'll build some housing around it, and then we'll also do probably do a bunch of farms out this way around us, doing a lot of mining and some quarries over here. So first things first, it's all about food. It's all about expanding, growing those families. So when winter's not here, you'll see that these actually come out in different colors and actually look really good. Produced goods. Oh, not stockpiles. You guys are probably just like freaking out, yelling at me, aren't you? Barn. Let's just do a quick barn here. Let's do it right here. Dang it. Do it right now. Okay. Oh, no. Produced goods are just being thrown everywhere, I'm sure. Are they? I don't see them anywhere. All right, how are the bison doing? The bison are doing that fine. They're kind of, that's what their capacity is. We want to definitely expand this, because the leather from that is going to be a massive industry for us. All right, so the small barn has almost all the resources it needs. It needs a little bit more stone. I think we can queue up Just gathering all of the stone and iron from this area, and we'll be doing fine. Alright, so our 2 builders, I'll go ahead and crank that up to 3. Come over here and finish this barn, so we'll actually have some resources coming in. At least we've got tools. Man, I didn't make that mistake this time. We're still doing good for food. I'm always worried about that. I'm always checking on that. Because that'll kill you quicker than tools will. Alright, there we go. Storage barn. Let's see how quickly people just start throwing stuff in here. Already got a few people running stuff by. Yep, berries, roots, herbs, ginger, all that good stuff. Perfect. They're going to start... Oh, they finished this house as well. So we've got a few people pairing off. They've already got a little kid. One thing that we need to do here, before I forget, is a hospital. And I'll leave a little space right here so we can do some more stuff behind here as well. Behind that. There's a small market. It's going to go up very quickly. Let's go ahead and drop down the workers once that's done. And I'll employ one person here to start stocking the market. The stock market. So this covers a very small radius. Well, actually, it's not a very small radius. It's smaller than the bigger markets. But it doesn't have as much capacity. I don't know what 3% of anything, like... Okay, wait, what? Logs? That is so odd. I did not know it did that. Huh. Alright, it looks like we're coming to the point where this chopper's probably not going to produce as much as we need for all the homes that we have. So maybe we should build a another fireplace, or another fire... What do they call this? Woodcutter. It's a woodcutter, Harry. Go ahead and build that down here. Now I want to leave room here to do the main road and have it continue to come down south. Let's go ahead and extend this down real quick. So we don't forget, we don't build over it, because I tend to do that if I don't have these out here. This is kind of a new thing for me, just doing the larger roads. And once we have enough stone or brick, I will update these. I think they'll look a lot better. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys, there are mossy roads. I'm so excited to see that texture. You have no idea. But look at all the different foods and things like that we have here. Let's go ahead and check on our population again and see if anybody else is ready to kind of pair off. Really close, a couple years away for these guys. So we've kind of done what we needed to do there. All right, let's go ahead and, you know, I'm not going to support these as much anymore. We've got a lot of beetroots, so we could do some more farms, or we could do another ranch. So I'm probably going to... I want to get this going because it takes so long to kind of amp up, because 8 is not a whole lot to grow off of. So let's go ahead and build up another ranch. Yeah, 18 by 16 ought to be good. This will be our little emergency one, I think, for now, in case we need to offload them because of pestilence. Now, one thing I just now remembered is we don't have a well down here. I want to go ahead and do that. I like the roadless well because you can just plop it anywhere. So I'm probably going to just do that this time around. And we can do that. We can do that on this side since we're not going to build anything necessarily right against this because we're going to do mining and whatnot. We're very low on iron, so I need to find some more iron resources, which we've got some right there. That's very good. And it looks like there's a tiny bit right there, a little bit at the end of the road right there. So we'll let them gather that up. So we need the hospital in case we start getting influenza or sickness or anything like that. And for now, I'm not going to employ it because we can live without it for a bit. We're almost done with the woodcutter. That's good. So what I think I'm going to do is tell that to turn off, and then they'll come and work over here. And I think a limit of 200 is not enough. We're going to put that up to 400 and have whoever's going to work come over here, live over here, and actually do their job this way. So let's check again. I think, yeah, we've got about a year left before these guys will pair off. So we've got a boy and a girl, another boy. We've already got a girl there. Perfect. So we'll be able to get those guys all paired out. So they're still working on this pasture, which is a little bit of what's being built. But other than that, they're not building anything else right now. We'll move over the bison. We've got a lot of food right now. And it'd be nice if I had my town hall to find that census and see what the inventory is and where all that food's coming from. I know the beetroots are helping, and the bison are helping quite a bit. But I don't know how much. I mean, we've only got 2 storage things we can figure it out. Yeah, beetroots is 1,000. Just in that one alone. And duck meats, it looks like they're eating that quite a bit. I don't have any of the sausages or bison meat in there. Yeah. Oh, we've got this thing right here too. Yeah, the bison cuts are in there. Looks like a lot more beetroots. So they're kind of surviving off of beetroots. And a little bit of the meats and stuff like that. Now remember, I'm not going to mess with this for now. I would like to get established in my kind of facility. The prospect of them attacking us, I have no idea if you defend against that, if that's just something you have to deal with, and people dying off. And like, I don't fully understand how that's going to work yet. So I'm going to hold off. I'm going to plop in another salt box house, and then do one more right there. So we'll get 2 more houses in here. And then let's set this for 1 person to work with bison. That's 14. I think we'll just empty out this one, have them come over here. We won't split it. We'll make these grow even larger. And then we will say, let's not work that one and only work this one. So the bison will come over here. And then we'll have 2 pastures to where we can split out the bison and keep them safe. And if we want to do more stuff, we can. Now, one thing that's different in the New Frontier mod is trading. Trading has changed a little bit. And I'll show you here real quick. If we go to the trading menu, there's a couple new options. There's your normal trading post, but then there's the farmer's supply, where you can get small seeds and animals. That's all they trade. That's it. There's nothing else. It's kind of neat. You can actually get your agriculture going very quickly and get tons of food, and that's something that is on the horizon for us. But currently the beetroots are doing fine, and the bison were helping. But now that they're here, they're going to start splitting off, and we're not going to get that extra food, so we need to be aware of that. Now, before we can really go any further, we need a mine and a quarry right now. I know we usually do 2 mines. I'm going to hold off on the second for the moment. And there are a couple new options. We've got our normal mine, which let's go ahead and build that. So we've got that going. We'll let everybody work on that. We have our normal quarry, which is the large quarry. And then we have a small quarry, which is just a smaller footprint. I have been waiting for this for so stinking long, and I'm really excited that this is here. I think I should build it out and away a little bit, and we'll do kind of what we were talking about before. We'll do this, and we'll make this maybe a 2-road deal instead of 3 roads, right? We'll make it just that 2-bit. We've got a stockpile here, but we're going to want to have specific stockpiles for iron that are going to be right here just along the road. Just a 4x4, and then stone as well to keep that nice and close. Now, one thing I'm worried about is these barns getting full too quickly. I don't know how we're getting this. Oh, that's a llama. That's funny. These gold coins, I'm not entirely sure how that's happening, because there are buildings that allow you to collect taxes, which is freaking awesome. I'm so excited about that. And we will be messing with that as we get along in the series, but right now I'm not quite sure how that's being collected, because I don't have any government buildings right now, so I'm not sure how they're kind of saying how that occurs. So food is going down a little bit. That's because the bison were moved over here, but they've already got 9 out of the 14, which is nice. We've got our iron mine going right here. Let's increase the materials a little bit, and he'll start getting a bit of iron. And then we've got the quarry here as well, which you want to increase to like 1,000. And we'll employ 1 person there as well, just to keep a little bit steadier stream of supplies actually coming in. Just to be careful, we'll go ahead and remove all of this stuff as well. So let's do the family check. We'll get to the point where we won't be doing this constantly. We'll just start building and let it expand, and like we did before. But as for now, I'm kind of concerned about expanding too quickly and messing up the housing situation. Look at that, we're already at 10. Oh, that's so good. And I want to keep going with these salt box houses for a bit longer. I think they're really cool, honestly. So we'll do that. And I'll go ahead and pause these 2. So yeah, I like the small market. It doesn't have a massively deep supply, but you can put 1 person on it and it can keep it very well stocked for quite a long time. So now that we've got these basics up, we need to start thinking about what industry we want to do and how that's going to be supported. And one thing I've noticed, you can do a lot with logs. We can do furniture, we can do statues, we can do barrels and other items, and we need lumber as well. That's where they chop it up into planks, basically. So we're going to need to address that, which means we need more people working this than one. So I'm going to put 2 more people there. Let's start getting the lumber supply up a lot more than what it is now. I'll just put that at 4,000. And we'll let that start to stockpile even more. Looks like our wood chopping is keeping up with population, so that's good. We will want to do charcoal here soon because it's more efficient. I want to replace this bridge. I don't mind having this here. It's kind of neat, but this is kind of a big thoroughfare back and forth between some resources. So I think I'm going to do stone and wood bridge. So some of these are new, and some of these I've just never messed with. The stone bridge might actually be interesting. Let's see what that... Ooh, that's like a big bridge. Alright, so before we can do that, we actually do need this over here as like a service bridge. So let's let that finish, and then we'll break this one, and we'll do a big stone bridge across here. Yeah, that'll be pretty cool. We don't have any bison meat, so I'm going to go ahead and have that not worked, which will give us an extra labor, which is good. We've got 10 out of the 14 there. That's actually popped up rather quickly. And that bridge is already done. Holy cow. Let's go ahead and remove that structure. Probably won't take too much. It didn't take much wood to make the darn thing. So, yeah, like that's gonzo. So let's go back to bridges and check out our stone bridge. And I feel like we can't do that because of the roads there or something. Let's just double check that and remove these couple of roads. It's kind of odd. Oh, that's exactly what it was. Huh. Alright, so that'll take 30 stones. We'll let that build up. We can have that side. Actually, we could just leave that side bridge up there. Little service bridge or whatever. We'll let our people build. So, laborers are coming along quite nicely. We've got families having a lot of kids, which is good. And these salt houses are going to allow them to have 2 children, so that's also very beneficial for us to continue to grow. There we go. So I think we need to make a few... Let's make a few farms out here, even if for now it's beetroots, because we're going to want to really work these to help out our population quite a bit. There we go. Okay, so we queued those up. This is done. This looks really nice. It looks like it's 2 wide. Or is that... That actually is only 1 wide. That's fine, though. We don't need it to be perfect, right? We'll just do some dirt roads going up to it. And there we go. Perfect. Yeah, there we go. I like that. Let's do a side view here real quick. Nice. That's really cool. I like all these aesthetics. They add quite a bit to the whole mod. We'll build that house here as well. Looks like we've got early spring. We're going to have 2 people work this, and they'll do beetroots. I won't do the extra farm here. We'll just wait on that a little bit. But honestly, we're going to need a real barn. We can't just live off of these little tiny barns, so we'll go ahead and build a big barn right here. You know what? Maybe we won't build it right on the main road. Maybe I'll try to do that. These main roads, maybe we won't do the... We'll do homes, but not too many of these big facilities. That's not a big facility, but industrial things like that. So food's going to be under control. We're going to be sitting okay for that. We need to start thinking about industry, which I brought up a second ago. So a couple things that we could do. Furniture. We can do that easily. And then we've also got this this cooper, which makes barrels and crates, which goes into some other items that we can actually start building. And I need to find it here real quick. It took me like 10 minutes looking earlier today to find this darn building. Here it is. Okay. Salt works. And this actually allows them to get salt out of the sea. We can use that to cure meats and leathers and things like that. So I'd like to start going that route, but the only way to go that route is to actually start making lumber. So we need some saw pits. And we can build those... Oh, Maybe behind the hospital. We'll build 2 of those. All right, so we've got our storage barn. We've got an extra field going up here. It's not working right now, which is fine. Let's get the roads finished off so that it doesn't look just abandoned. And we'll surround the farms as well. Plus, it's a little more efficient when you do that, so people can walk around them a lot faster. That filled up immediately. I think I'm going to risk it and just go ahead and unpause this so that it actually gets worked. Let's put 4 people building, 5 people laboring. Looks like the saw pit is done, so we'll go ahead and put 1 person on that for lumber. And it looks like our logs are increasing since the previous year, so we were only pulling in about 120, I think. Now we're doing even more, so I'm going to go ahead and put 1 more on there so we can get a lot of logs in here. I would like to do statues and maybe furniture right away, and we could do stone statues, which are worth way more than the wooden ones, and that'll be a good industry for us as well, which we've got quite a bit of stone right there. Maybe we'll make a road just jutting down here and do some industry. Yeah, that's probably not a half bad idea. We'll make it 2 wide, since it's not a main road, but it's an important one. And let's go ahead and jump in here to like refining. We'll do statue carver. Oh, that requires lumber. That's why I wasn't doing that quite yet. Okay, so until we can, let's do a jointer, which is going to be furniture. We'll just do 1, and we can employ 2 people there, and it really actually puts out quite a bit of production. The thing that's going to be kind of tough is the actual river is up here, so there's going to be a lot of movement of resources, but we can handle that. It'll just take a little bit longer for it to run back and forth. So nothing's going on with the fort. We're not being attacked by anything because we're not pillaging any sacred, burial grounds or anything like that, which I never planned on doing that, but who knows, we might have to. I'm going to get another person on the saw pit here so we can start bringing in even more lumber. And there we go. We've got the joiner. I'm going to go ahead and set that to 2 people. We're going to bring in logs for just the basic furniture. And yeah, we can bring in 2 guys right there. We'll let that run for a bit because I want to let that stockpile a little bit. Then we'll make a seed and livestock trading post. But I want to be ready for that. I want to have a few pastures ready to grab those, and maybe some farm fields ready as well. Now we're going to have to do our trick where we have all the farms maybe in one row, and then the ranches in another, to keep them from having like a lot of pestilence and things like that. So just bear that in mind. And we did the normal farms here. I think what we want to do, let's try the transparent ones and see what they look like. I think we can do 14 by 14 pastures. That'll be fine. And then let's do the transparent crop field here. Oh, and we do need an orchard. That's something that I think we've got seeds for already. Let's just see how big we can make it here. 12 by 14? All right, we'll do that. That's fine. So bison are almost at the point where they're going to be taken out. Yep, there we go. We'll let that build up a little bit before we get the butcher going. As we can see, the food has stayed kind of steady. But what would really help is if we had a town hall. So I think I'm going to build that. Now, the other buildings that we have, like the governor's house and all of those, they're great, but I don't think they serve the exact same purpose as the town hall. Like, I don't think nomads go to them. One's just a census house. The others, I don't entirely know what they do yet because I haven't gotten to that point. How much beetroot are you bringing in? Okay, almost 1,000. That's kind of what I was anticipating, so that's going to help. Our population's booming again. We can check that. There's a girl. Almost have another boy ready there. Yeah, we've got another girl. Yeah, lots of girls in our town. Not a whole lot of guys. It's kind of funny. Look at that. We're already making a decent amount of furniture. That'll probably jump up to about 70 per season. We're pulling in a lot of logs here, but we're also taking out bits of the forest, so it's, I don't know, it's kind of give and take there. Looks like I missed a little portion of the road right there, so we'll get that taken care of too. All right, town hall. Oh, that's going to fit in here nicely, actually. Do we have enough resources? Yeah, we've got enough resources. Let's go ahead and do that. We've got a pasture already done. Like I said, we're just going to leave that alone. and we're not going to mess with it. We'll drop these down to the numbers that we usually keep. 1 for the pasture, 2 for the fields. And as we get more people, we'll pull them in as well. Now, I do have a well. I've got a well right here. We've got a well here at the fort, so we don't have to worry about that for disasters. I've just got to think about that now since we actually turned it on. We are in year 8 of Jamestown. I think we're going to get this town hall up and check the stats and call it good for today. Yeah, this doesn't connect. This is going to be interesting. We could do a lot of fishing and stuff out of here. I think I'm going to plot out where we're going to put this trading post. Let's do the farm supplier, excuse me. Right there, and I'll go ahead and just pause it for now. That's where we'll get our seed and our livestock and things like that. This is almost done. Wow, these go down a lot quicker than the other ones we've done because we don't do them 18 by 18. We're doing them 14s. So drop that down to 1. Perfect. All right, now they're going to probably start. Let's see. It looks like they've got an orchard and another crop field to finish off, and then they're going to start working on the town hall. So we'll let that ride out a little bit. It's kind of funny. We're building this around a small market. We could definitely put another one in or build a large market here too, but I kind of like having that. It's nice. See, look at the transparent. I think the pastures make a lot of sense here. Yeah, because then they can graze and eat. Part of me thinks that they were already green. I'm not sure. And maybe we can do certain crops as the normal crop, and other ones as a transparent. I don't know. I've kind of given some thought to that. All right, there's our orchard. I think I'm going to have one person work that. We have peaches. You know what? I think that'll work. I think it gets warm enough for that to actually work. Yeah. All right, they're working on the town hall. It's going to pop up here in just a minute. Now that we've got this, we could probably start building some of these town abodes, but I like having all these salt box houses. They're kind of cool. All right, let's go ahead and check some stats. We've got 43 citizens total. Let's take a look at the graphs at a 5-year. Let's look at the 10-year mark. Population. That's before the game started. It's steadily increased. No one is educated right now, which that's okay. We can do that. We could do the challenge. I've never gotten the challenge where you don't build any schools until you get 300 citizens. So we could do that. That would be interesting. I think we need to get to steel tools to really help, because the combination of steel tools and skilled labor really boost your productivity. So if we're going to do that, we would need to crank that up quite a bit. So salt box, that was already populated. This one's done and already populated. So we've got a nice boom going on here, which is good. I think for the sake of not running out of food, I'm going to go ahead and have this worked for beetroots as well for the next season. And let's get somebody in the hospital. Get that working and looking good. How are we doing on this? Lots of furniture. Very good. All right. Well, this has been very interesting. I really like this new mod, and we have barely scratched the surface on what we can and can't do. We haven't even messed with the natives. We haven't really even messed with any major industries. We've just checked out the new houses, a couple new features with the transparent pastures and fields and the smaller quarries and stuff like that. So we really haven't even dug into it all the way, which is fun. I'm kind of excited about that. I like having new things to do. I like just exploring that and figuring it out and really just, I don't know, just smash my head against it and just figuring out the whole mess. Let's just go ahead and get that working again. It's a butcher. Anyway, thanks everybody for joining tonight. Sorry I was a little coffee and throat's a little hoarse, so I apologize for that. But definitely leave a comment, like, favorite, subscribe, do all that good stuff. My shameless plugs that I always do. We'll pause it for this bit. But thank you everybody for the previous support. I mentioned it in the last video, but I really appreciate it. I did record this one and the first one all in one stint, so I didn't see the comments from the previous one. So keep that in mind. But thank you everyone for the support on the previous series. I've been waiting for this update to come out. Really excited about it. It's even more complicated. So we'll just have to see where it goes and just go from there. So thanks everybody, and I will see you guys next time. Later.